team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. Game 5 of the 1984 finals. I just reacted to game 4 a couple days ago, and that was a super good game. It was a banger. So if y'all haven't watched that game, go ahead and watch that one first before y'all watch this one, just so y'all can have, you know, a little introduction before we get into this one, because this is the Heat game. They said this was the one where it was like 98 degrees or something in the arena, which is crazy to me, because how the hell did it get that hot in there? And I'm like, was it just like they normally had air conditioning and just this one game was super hot? And I saw a couple people was like, no, like it was always super hot. It was just something about this day that made it even hotter than usual. So I'm like, oh shoot. But let's get into it. The series is 2-2. This is definitely a super good series. I see why y'all wanted me to react to this, but let's get into game 5, man. I actually got another interview. It's like 2 or 3 minutes long that I'm gonna play after this, which is like Bob Ryan. I'm not too sure who that is, but he had an interview about this game. So that's like a 2-minute interview. This is only 6 minutes, so it's not gonna be a super long video. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. Go ahead and like this video if you like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Give me some more information on this game, y'all. I told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all every video, I got a job and y'all got a job too. My job is to react. My job is to see. My job is to talk about what I see on here, and y'all job is to give me stuff that we can't see in here, stuff that they gonna leave out that I'm not gonna talk about. That's what I need y'all for. But let's get into it, man. We got the Heat game. Larry Bird's Celtics vs. Lakers 1984 Finals Game 5. Let's get it.
And Celtic fans now are entering the hottest place in this city, literally.
The hottest place
there
in the city.
There is no air conditioning in this ancient building. And down there on that familiar parquet floor, the Lakers will have a bottle of oxygen alongside their bench. Pretty disappointed.
So yeah, does anybody know what made this game different than game 1 and 2 or game 6 or 7? Like, I don't know what all games was played in Boston, but what made this game different if they never had air conditioning? Let me know. Did they kind of turn it up a little? Was it a little bit more packed than usual? Like, I'm just kind of want to know why was this game so much different than other games?
And to press Scott
if they never had air conditioning.
So much. Great position.
You're too little, Cooper. Bird said, I don't care how hot it is. Bird said, I don't care how hot it is.
And under 3 minutes to go, first period. Here's Harris.
Something I've noticed off the jump. That's 3 layups by Larry Bird. The first 4 games of this series, I feel like for the most part, Bird wasn't shooting that great from outside. So the fact that his first 3 buckets is layups, offensive rebounds, just getting closer to the rim, like that goes to show that he knows how to score. Bird knows, you know, if something is not going well, what else can I do to affect the game? And that's to get on the glass, you know, get offensive rebounds, get defensive rebounds, get closer to the rim, get layups. Like that's the definition of a great scorer, a great player.
Larry Bird gets an offensive rebound for the Celtics and converts. Begin the second period. The score is tied at 26.
They hot as hell.
The game started over 97 degrees here at Boston Garden inside, and I'm sure that's been raised a few degrees. It is hot and steamy. It's a sauna bath here at Boston Garden.
Sauna bath. That sounds good. Okay, Mikhail. Okay, Mikhail.
By McGee.
Hey!
And the follow-up. There's a come within 3.
So this is what I'm gonna need the Laker fans for. If the Laker gang, if y'all watching this video, I'm gonna need y'all, because I think this is a Bird friendly channel that I'm reacting this game off of. So this is gonna be all Larry Bird or Boston Celtics stuff, and it's a close game too. It's not like it was a blowout from right here. So I'm gonna need y'all to kind of tell me a little bit more about what Magic was doing, what Kareem was doing, just kind of what the players for the Lakers was doing in this game, because I don't think we're gonna get it in this video.
They had a 6-point lead in the first period.
Good pass, DJ. Good pass.
And this basket counts.
Another layup by Bird.
Larry Bird gets the basket.
Another layup.
10 points and will have a chance for a three-point play.
Here you see Larry Bird, great pick by Parrish.
That's a great pick.
Cooper is going to be facing all
That's a
those
great
bodies
pick.
on kicks, and here's the foul.
That shit that the Chief not gonna get credited for. Like, you wouldn't see that in the stat book, but he's the reason why Larry Bird got open right there. So shout out to the Chief, man.
The big edge in rebounds to Boston.
They killing him on the
Bird
glass.
has 11. He has half of the Celtics' 20
killing him on the
rebounds.
glass.
He's trying that rhythm.
Tough. No dribbles. See, when he get them layups, it don't matter now. Now I feel good. Now I can shoot from wherever.
Ancient Boston Garden.
I can shoot from wherever now.
Called against Michael Cooper. It'll be Cooper's third personal foul. 3 on Cooper, and that is the 14th foul on the Lakers. The Celtics have 3.
You better wake up, Cooper.
Three-pointer for Larry Bird.
You better wake up, Cooper.
Dennis Johnson.
Okay, BJ. Okay, BJ.
And the Celtic bench is up, and a steal by Bird.
Hey, behind the back.
Bird finds Dennis Johnson, who's open.
You gotta shoot the first one. Okay. Another assist by Bird. Another assist by a very unselfish superstar.
And it's a great timeout, Dick, because the Lakers are dead tired right now. They're all with their hands on their hips. And for a fast break team,
What's up, cuz? Not really, but
This is tied 2 games
Joe
apiece.
Henderson, that's cuz.
This is game number 5.
Birdie.
Trailing.
Birdie. No.
Kareem made one.
No.
Larry Bird with a three-point play.
Hey, this weather is just warming him up quicker. The weather just warmed Bird up quicker. Give me that. Good defense, Birdie. Good defense, Birdie.
Here's a Celtic break. Johnson.
Pass. Good pass.
Parrish at this point, Nader can't guard him.
Oh my God.
Larry Bird.
Bird is putting on a clinic. Bird is putting on a
The
clinic.
Boston Celtics, who are playing in the same humidity, look as fresh as anything, and the Lakers look like they're exhausted.
So is Boston used to this?
Dennis Johnson made. Magic Johnson had a chance.
Like, was this the first time ever that the heat was this high in that building? Because, yeah, look, Kareem is over here, can't breathe. He need ventilators, and Boston's out there playing like it's 60 degrees in there. So I don't know if it was just Boston was a tougher team, you know, that they just wanted more, or was they a little bit used to this weather? Let me know.
Really wrap him up and not let him get a layup. And Ty Riley, true to his word, his team doesn't do that. But Kareem needs the bottle.
Kareem was a little bit older, too, at that time. Wasn't he like 36 probably?
This is no fun for a big guy playing in this heat.
You know, the Celtics answered that 7-point
35, 36
rally by
maybe.
the Lakers with an 8-2 spurt of their own.
Robert
And this
Parrish
man,
pouring
Robert
water
Parrish,
down his
who has only
jersey.
6 points
Cold water, I felt him.
and 8 rebounds, but has been a demon on defense, along with Dennis.
Well, that's Larry Bird, and he has played a lot of minutes so far. And normally
Birdie
when you get
gang.
tired, a guy like
If you part of the Bird gang, write something in the comments, man.
All big people start to front rim things, but here he is. He's just hitting that long outside shot. He wants to win this thing so
25
badly.
piece.
I don't think he's even considering being tired.
Tommy, you've had a lot of rough nights in a lot of heat, and I know that Brent talked about that triple overtime. Steal by Bird.
Good D.
McHale deflected. Haynes finds an open Bird. Takes Rambis. 1 second.
Did y'all see the pump fake though? Look how he just, like, it was a great pump fake to get open. Look at this, because he really could have shot it for real. But he's like, no, I'm a pump fake, get this dude flying, and then my next jump shot gonna be even easier. Like, look at this.
Haynes finds an open
Hey.
Bird. Takes
Oh
Rambis.
my
1
God.
second.
Had them boys looking stupid.
They finally find him in the corner. Good up fake lifts Rambis. They know he's going to take the shot, but what can you do?
Nothing you can do when you're 6'9" and just very, very talented. 98 degrees, oh my goodness.
Bird.
How much did Bird end with in this game, y'all?
Maxwell replaces
And
him.
one. And one.
He had 21 rebounds Wednesday night in Game 5, and he's shooting outside.
They can't stop Bird, man. They can't stop Bird. Pump fake. It's in a hole. Left hand and one. Okay. All right, Larry Bird. I think this is when he woke up. I think this is when he said, "All right, let's win this series. Let's win this series."
Spectacular move by supposedly a slow man. He takes what Worthy gave him.
It don't matter if he's slow. He's good. That's game. That's game time. He just lit up a cigarette?
And it was the Boston Celtics that...
Bro, I know y'all just saw this dude light up a cigarette in the middle of the game.
And it was the Boston...
Man, what? Oh, yeah, the 80s is crazy, man. The 80s is a different breed. I don't know if I would have been able to survive in the 80s. But a request that I got from one of the loyal subscribers was they wanted to start seeing the box scores of these games. So that's what I'm about to do now. I'm about to go on my phone, and I'm going to put it up here, put it in the back, so that y'all can see the box score of this game. What we got? James Worthy had 22. Kareem had 19. Magic only had 10. He had 10 and 13 though. He had 10 points, 13 assists. They didn't really get any production from nobody else. Oh, Bob McAdoo had 18. So yeah, Laker fans, like I said, not even Laker fans, but just NBA fans in general. I need y'all to give me a little bit more information on the Lakers in this game. Like I said, this was a Celtics dominant video, so I have no clue, what any type of Lakers stuff that happened in this video. So that's what I need y'all for. Kind of give me some stuff about the Lakers. The Celtics. Cedric Maxwell had 13 consistent. Dennis Johnson had 22. Didn't come out the game. Played 40 minutes. Larry Bird didn't come out the game either. He had 34 and 17. Oh my gosh. Robert Parrish had 13 and 12. Kevin McHale had 19 and 21 minutes. Oh my bad, it's 48 minutes in NBA. They did come out. I was thinking it was 40 minutes, but Kevin McHale had 19. So yeah, Celtics won by 20, man. They came out, they did their thing in the Heat game. They didn't let the Heat be a reason why they came out sluggish, or they basically didn't make the Heat be an excuse. And that's what you need in these type of situations, because nobody's gonna care 6 months down the line that it was hot in there. Like, nobody's gonna care about that. They gonna care about who won the game, and the Celtics won it. Oh yeah, also we got an interview by Bob Ryan, so it was only right that I reacted to this too. I'm like, why not? It's only 2 minutes long, so let's see what he's talking about.
Hi, I'm Bob Ryan, and the goings-on in San Antonio last night certainly brought to mind a very famous incident that happened 30 years ago in the NBA Finals. It was Game 5 of the Lakers-Celtics series, and the story actually begins, in my judgment, the day before. Now, I happen to have flown back the day before from Los Angeles after the Celtics' big win in overtime in Game 4 with the Lakers, not with the Celtics. And we arrived at Logan Airport at 5 p.m. on that Thursday afternoon, and it was a heat wave in Boston, and the scene at Logan was chaotic. Terminal C, I will never forget it. The Lakers were supposed to have a bus pull up. The safeties wouldn't let the bus pull up. The Lakers had to get into cabs. The place was crazy. If you know the scene from The Year of Living Dangerously, babies crying, women screaming, it looked like a scene right out of a movie. And there was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar getting into a cab, and I said to myself, this is not what the big fella has in mind. We get the next day, and it is heat wave time. It is 97 degrees Fahrenheit at game time Friday night, 4th of June, 1984, in the unair-conditioned Boston Garden. The crowd is unlike any crowd I have ever seen before since in the Garden. Never were fewer clothes worn by people in the Garden than that night. Women halter tops, everybody in shorts, t-shirts. And the crowd knew they could make this a happening. The crowd made that a positive thing for the Boston Celtics. They embraced it and they plugged into it. Okay. Meanwhile, the Lakers, last place on earth they wanted to be. They even brought an oxygen tank, which Kareem wound up sucking on during the game. Who's out there acting like there's nothing wrong with this at all? Larry Bird. Larry Bird that night went for 34 points, 17 rebounds, 15 for 20 from the floor. And the Celtics won 121-103 in the pivotal fifth game to take charge of the series. And it was absolutely one of the 3 or 4 biggest and best and most memorable nights of the entire Larry Bird career, frankly. And after the game, Larry said, hell, back home in Indiana, I play like this all the time. Well, okay, good. But the fact is, it was not what the Lakers had in mind. It absolutely ranks as one of the great nights in history of the Boston Garden. This happened to LeBron 20 years ago, there would be hardly any conversation. It would be taken for granted that the cramps bothered him. But in the age of social media and talk radio and talk shows on the TV, there's no chance for anyone to escape. I'm afraid it will hurt his reputation, and it's poppycock. The fact is, you talk to athletes, and they will tell you, cramping is brutal. If you have cramps, there's nothing you can do about it. You think that he didn't want to play. You think that he didn't know the gravity of the situation for his team. He did want to come back in that game. And with 3 minutes to go, Eric Spoelstra and the medical staff said, no, we got to live to fight another day. I feel bad for LeBron. It's just one of those things.
Hey, baby.
Okay. So I think that's the reason why they won, was because, like he said, Boston, the Celtics, they embraced it. The fans, they embraced this heat. The Lakers did not mess with it at all. They was trying to get oxygen tanks, and they was just not happy to be there. And I think that was the reason why they lost. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I know I did. Get to Game 6 in the next couple days. I appreciate all of y'all that's tuned in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't. Make sure y'all like this video if y'all like this video. And go ahead and write something in the comments. Go ahead and write what other videos y'all want me to react to, man. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.